Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of the Deceit podcast. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back. And I hope you guys enjoyed your Easter holiday with your family and friends and you guys are feeling blessed. Here on the Deceit podcast, we navigate the complexities of life and uncover the truths hidden behind the surfaces. You know those hidden little corners in your house when you're cleaning and you miss those little corners, a little bit of dust behind there, and every time you clean your house, you find more dust. Do you guys ever wonder where dust comes from? Where does dirt come from? You can clean the day before and then you start cleaning the next day and you still find dirt in those hidden surfaces. Guys, I'm your host, Jen Simpson, and I'm so grateful you are joining me today. You have subscribed, you are watching my channel. If you just stumbled on my channel, guys, please subscribe. Give your sister some love and hit the like button. Leave a comment. It could be anything that's on your mind, whatever you're thinking about, leave your girl a comment. Welcome to the Deceit podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that you are feeling blessed, rejuvenated. You are having a great week and you're giving yourself grace and extending love back to yourself. You're pouring out into the world, but also pouring out into yourself. In last week's episode, we had a powerful conversation with the incredible Dr. Evelyn Higgins.
You're not even realizing that. You're just taking it in. So when you put yourself in a situation that's stressful, that's too many feelings, too many emotions that I don't want to feel right now, it's overwhelming. Let me go back to what I know. Well, I saw this, that seemed to work, right? And then on the physiological level, within our DNA, we pass these things down generationally. And we're just starting to put all the science into that and to say, hey, we knew it. Like we knew it. We were watching it unfold. But now the science and the research is saying, no, this actually happens. Physiologically, we pass down those things.
If you haven't seen that episode yet, keep it in mind and remember to go and watch it at the end of this video. Dr. Evelyn and I dove real deep. We digged real deep between those surfaces, in those corners. We dove deep into the intricate conversation, the internet connection between DNA, trauma, and generational patterns.
DNA that is expressing itself the exact same way is showing up. And intergenerational trauma is real. It is passed down. It changes. Epigenetically, the expression changes within that DNA and it gets passed down.
For those who don't understand intergenerational trauma, can you just break it down briefly?
Individuals born with their DNA, they go through their life, they experience a lot of traumas. The examples we were just talking about that word epigenetics, it's going to find the weakest links within your DNA and have it become you. Now, you create more people. That DNA that way is how they're showing up in the world. And then it just goes to the next generation and the next generation. So all of the things that happened to our ancestors before us actually are embedded within our DNA, not just the stories we tell.
We link the connections between DNA, trauma, and generational patterns. I didn't even realize that there was a whole connection with DNA and trauma until I sat down with Dr. Evelyn Higgins, and that was an amazing episode. We broke down the patterns and how these hidden influences shape our lives more than we ever could imagine. More than we ever imagined, more than we ever realized. And trust me, it was an eye-opener even for me. Yes, me, Jen. It was mind-blowing how DNA and trauma are all linked and connected in a way, and we never really think about how everything in life is connected. If you haven't listened to the episode, like I said, please, I highly recommend you check it out. I highly recommend that you take a moment, even if you want to listen to it on audio. It's on every single podcast platform that you can listen to. You can pause it, take breaks, listen to it. Check it out. It's a true gem, and you will enjoy it. You will pull so much information that can help you, your family, your friends, other people in your lives that you're connected to that may be struggling with healing, and they have experienced some type of trauma in their life and they can't seem to put the pieces together to figure out why. Why is this happening? Why is it a repeated cycle for me and my generation and my children and my family? So go check it out. Today, I want to build on that foundation. I want to build on that conversation with Dr. Evelyn and share a bit of my personal journey. Yep, we're going to share my journey because listen, that DNA, that trauma, I'm learning that everything is intertwined. And although we're growing and we're aging, and aging like fine wine, may I add, we don't really take a moment in life to pause and figure out, okay, well, this puzzle piece goes here. This one goes here. We're kind of just moving around to get the puzzle done. Have you ever been just racing through a puzzle trying to get it done, but never figuring out, does that piece really fit in here? It's been quite a ride since I started this podcast. Listen, it has been a huge ride for me. And I think when we start things, we don't really realize how much work goes into planning, processing, delivering, and delivering at your best. I started this podcast, and I'd be lying if I said it was easy, because it's not easy. So if you are planning to start a podcast and you're still second guessing yourself, we all have. I'm pretty sure everybody on, the platform can say that they've all experienced something on their journey. In fact, there were moments when I felt like giving up entirely, completely just wanted to wash my hands clean, like literally wash my hands clean. When I say wash my hand clean, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to record anymore. I've woken up and had recordings to do and just didn't want to do it. I just wanted to tap out. I wanted to give up. I was tired of the repeated cycle. And if you are a person who wants to start a podcast or YouTube channel, vlogging, whatever it is, please know that it's not going to be easy, but it will be the greatest thing that you will ever do in your life. Like many of you, I faced many of my own hiccups along the way. Yep, those hiccups, those annoying hiccups. You're eating or you're doing something and it just won't go away. You drink water. You try every technique in the book that they tell you to try, even on Google. Our parents and their ancient remedies that sometimes don't work. Those hiccups just keep coming. I remember feeling a wave of imposter syndrome. It just literally washed. It just kept washing over me. Imposter syndrome just kept washing and washing over me like I'm just taking a shower. Every second, imposter syndrome just kept popping up out of nowhere. Peekaboo. Wondering if I was even qualified to host a podcast. Yeah, I questioned myself. What do I have? Do I have what it takes? Do I speak perfectly? Am I ready for it? What can I offer? Why would anybody want to listen to me? Who are you? You are a no-name nobody. Yep, those imposter syndromes really grinded me in my back. It was like a thump in my back. And it just kept showing up every second. Every second I wanted to do it. I was planning to do it. I was buying everything. I was preparing. I was decorating. I went through different editors and assistants. And boy, let me tell you, I will be the first to tell you that it is okay. You're going to go through many people and many things and challenges. I went through trying to find my groove. Like that groove, I just couldn't find it for a minute. I thought I was doing good, and then something came and just changed my whole perspective. And when things didn't align the way that I envisioned, when things didn't align the way that I thought it would, when things didn't align the way I dreamt about it in my head, I felt the overwhelming urge to take everything on myself. Like I would just carry it all myself and say, okay, I can do this. I can work a 9 to 5. I can do a podcast. I can take care of my family. I can build a business. I could do it all by myself. Fine. And I didn't need nobody. Jen was going to carry the weight of everything. I was going to be my own editor, my own assistant, my own marketer, my own promoter. Everything I took on myself because I was convinced, you know what? Forget it. I could do it. I could do it. I don't need nobody. I keep bumping into walls and people are disappointing me. I'll do it. Listen, this led me to a realization. I was carrying the weight of this project alone. Why? Just like I had done as a child, I was carrying the weight of my podcast alone. Just like I had done as a child, I would want to carry everything alone. Doesn't matter what it was. Problems, I got it. Conflicts, I got it. Growing up with the childhood trauma made me feel as though I don't know, it just made me feel as though I had to shoulder all my burdens. Every single burden, it made me feel like I just had to carry them. Just carry them big back. Yep, I got that big broad back. So as a child experiencing trauma, I just felt like, okay, I'm going to take it all on because I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to burden anybody. So I carried all of it. I shouldered it. All my burdens without asking for any help, without telling nobody, not asking for any help, nothing at all. Not one bleep of it. I thought that if I spoke up or reached out, I laugh about it now because we don't really think about the things that we think in our head until after. And I went through those thoughts that if I spoke up or reached out, it would make me look weak or unworthy. Can you imagine thinking that as a child? And me thinking that now as an adult, I had those hiccups during the process of starting my podcast and building it. The imposter syndrome kept playing in my mind. I don't want to burden anybody. I don't want to reach out. Weakness, unworthiness, not being able to find your value, the confidence, and the belief in your own self will pop up. It will. It will pop up. Even when, you're doing good, things will pop up to try to steer you off and make you believe that you are not doing good. But here's some truth. Here is the truth. This journey has taught me that I don't have to carry it alone. I don't have to carry anything alone. It was something that I told myself, and then I believed it for a long time, from childhood to adulthood, big ol' man. And breaking free from that mindset, I needed to break free. Breaking free from the mindset that I needed to tackle everything by myself, it gave me a different sense of life and meaning and purpose. It has been literally liberating for me to break free from that belief that it's okay to shoulder everything by myself, take on everything by myself without asking for any help or reaching out to the right people and the right resources and trying again. And understanding that there will be roadblocks. There will be some stumbling blocks, but that doesn't mean that that is it or that's the end of it. It requires a shift, a deep shift, one that embraces collaboration. Yes, that shift will require collaboration. Vulnerability. Ooh, that word vulnerability. That wasn't easy for me at all. I didn't know how to be vulnerable. And I had a question of why would anybody want to collaborate with me? And maybe you're experiencing that question too of why would anybody want to collaborate with you? Because you're awesome, because you're great, because you have so much to offer. And then the understanding that seeking support is not a sign of weakness. It is not a sign of weakness, but a step toward empowerment. True, deep, rooted, connected empowerment. And that changed everything for me, and it will change everything for you. And it will feel free, so free, freer than you can ever imagine when you break away from those still mindsets that we have, that we can do it all by ourselves. What I've learned is that those initial struggles and feelings of inadequacy do not define my path or where I'm going to end up or what I'm going to do or how far I can go. And it doesn't determine it for you either. Those struggles, those feelings, imposter syndrome, that does not define you or where you are going or where you can go. Instead of retreating into old patterns, old habits, old mindset, I chose, and you have to choose, to learn and lean into the discomfort, because it'll be very uncomfortable sometimes. It'll be very uncomfortable. And for me, I began to examine the cycles that held me back. I had to analyze the cycles and the patterns in my own life and the things that kept happening, the things I kept doing, and me always taking on that weight. I had to examine why that cycle kept holding me back and why did I always feel the need to carry things. But why was I always put in a situation, or why did I always find myself in a situation where I had to carry that weight and do everything by myself? Even when starting out with somebody, I felt like I was doing everything and carrying it all by myself. Not just in podcasting, but in life. Like, listen, it's in my daily life. I found that. I found that struggle, work, everything. So I decided, Jen, okay, embrace the discomfort of reaching out for help and accepting that it's okay to need support. Support doesn't mean that you're weak. Support doesn't mean that you can't do things on your own. Support means that you have the mindset to understand that things can't be done alone. We need that support. We need that companionship. We need that love, and we need that grace from each other. And it's essential in our life, in our daily lives, and everything that we do. The process is not overnight. Trust me, it is not overnight. Took me a while to get here. It requires introspection and effort, a lot of effort and introspection. But it's necessary for us to grow. Absolutely necessary for us to grow. It's necessary and you need it. And I learned that. It's necessary to allow ourselves to reach out for help. Not just reach out for help, to not coddle, but to accept the help. Accept the help and allow it to flow. If you're feeling like you're struggling to move forward in anything you are doing in your life, anything you are starting, whether it's a podcast, whether it's writing a book, whether it's starting a company, whether it's starting a new job, relationships, I want to encourage you today. Take a deep breath. Allow yourself to breathe first and feel yourself breathing and understand. Life may hit you with bumps and setbacks, but remember that these opportunities for growth are essential. Take that deep breath. Breathe in and allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to just be and understand that bumps and setbacks are opportunities to grow. Don't let those moments deter you from your purpose. Those moments are going to be the greatest moments of your life, because once you get to a certain point in a certain season of your life that you have been waiting and praying for, you're going to understand and you're going to be able to look back at those bumps, those setbacks, those hurdles, those hiccups, and smile. View them as stepping stones towards clarity and resilience in the things that you're doing and you're creating and you're building and you're changing and you're shifting. Even in your healing process, see every single thing that you go through as clarity and resilience. We often get stuck in a familiar routine, just like I did. Trust me, I got into that familiar routine of when things don't work out my way, it's all right. Big back Jen is going to handle it. Big back Jen is going to take on everything on her back because I'm capable, I'm strong, I'm a strong Black woman, and I can do it. Told myself that all the time. That's okay. It's so easy to stay in our comfort zones. So easy to stay in those little snuggly tight places that we're familiar and we know so well, and avoid change. Believe me, I coddled everything that I cared about, and if I sensed that you weren't handling it right, you're mishandling it, I would take it and I would coddle it. That was mine. I wasn't going to let anybody mess it up, and that's okay, but I still needed the help. And I had to understand that if we want to move forward or move towards our fullest potential, we need to break out of those patterns. We need to allow ourselves to grieve the routine that no longer serves us, that no longer serves you. Grieving things that no longer serve us is perfectly normal. Let's normalize it. And allow yourself to grieve the burden of loneliness. That was another thing for me. Allow yourself to grieve the burden of loneliness. Let that go. Let that go. And truly know and believe that it's okay to ask for help. We need to get out of this still mindset when we realize we say, oh, well, if I ask for help, they're going to use it against me. If I ask for help, then they're going to think, oh, well, I needed them and I don't need nobody. Where do we get that mindset from? It's a good question, right? I knew I got that mindset from my childhood, not only from experiencing trauma, but watching my mom thinking that it's okay for her to work 3 jobs and do everything by herself. And even though she had a partner, I don't need no man. I can do it myself. It's okay. It was like she was self-sabotaging herself. And I inherited that from her, the self-sabotage. I can be broad back Jen and do it all by myself. So let's take an action together. You and me and you in this together. We all in this together. So we gonna take action, be active together. Reflect on your own life. Seriously, take a moment. It doesn't have to be now. It could be later on when you are in a quiet space, or if you like music a lot like me, okay, do it on your free time. But take a moment. Reflect on your own life and ask yourself these questions. What patterns or burdens are you carrying that you can release and you know that you need to release? What are those patterns and burdens that you are carrying that you can and know you need to release? Second question, how can you lean into your community or trusted individuals to support you on your journey? You have somebody, you have to have somebody. And if not, Find that community for you that serves you, that will be there for you. Reach out to them. Don't be afraid. Whatever it is, your thoughts, you're battling your mind, you're battling imposter syndrome, you're battling your heart. You're going through something. Reach out to those people and allow them to support you. And it's okay to let them know how you need their support. Tell them what you need. And embrace the discomfort of change, because it will be uncomfortable, but it is worth it. Remember that stepping into your unknown territory can lead to a profound personal development. Your growth will be so tremendous. You're going to ask yourself, you look in the mirror and ask yourself, is that really you? You're going to question if that's really you. I learned to let go of the need to do everything alone. I had to let it go because, baby, this purpose ain't going to build itself. I mean, I'm the one that delivers, but I still need to accept that people have to be on this journey with me. And it can't be built alone. It can't be created alone. I need the right people in my corner. And you can also unearth the power in sharing your experience with others. We all go through it. We feel like we have to take it on by ourselves, take on this whole world, take on everything, carry this weight, this burden of life. And you don't. We weren't meant to be alone. And even if you've been burnt before and people have betrayed you, I want you to really believe in your heart and trust that they are still some good people out there. And they are there to support you and will support you. Don't carry that weight like me and always tell myself, I can carry it all by myself. I don't need nobody's help. It's a lie. It's a lie. And we need to break that cycle of believing that we have to do everything alone. You don't. I want to thank you, not only for putting yourself first, but for loving yourself. And thank you for joining me today on the Life's Deceits podcast. And truly love and take your time with yourself and be patient. Watch the episode with Dr. Evelyn. It will be so fulfilling. And if my message at all today resonated with you and it did something for you, leave a comment and let others be able to see that, there's always something else out there. And where they are now is not just it. Share the episode with a friend, a loved one, somebody that may be going through something. There's so many resources through these podcasts like Dr. Evelyn that you can reach out to, and other great, amazing guests that I can now call my friends that you guys can reach out to. Their information is in the caption of the videos. And I want you guys to take the initiative to always make sure you're checking in on yourself, your mental health, and those patterns that we continue to ride, like riding a wave. Stop riding it and do something about it. Break out of those patterns, break out of those cycles, because you are important. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment and hit that like button. Subscribe so you can get the notifications of the next episode, because the next episode is going to be one that's truth-telling, one that is soul shifting, and transformational. And this is what we're doing. We're sharing our stories and we're having conversations, those silent conversations that are hidden in the corner that we're talking about, that, we don't usually talk about. And I really want us to continue to support each other, continue to speak life in each other, continue to love yourself, because you are important, and how you heal is very important. Your journey is unique, and you don't have to carry the weight alone. You don't, and you don't need to, and why would you? Embrace the hiccups. They happen. You're going to have those hiccups. So what? We all have them. Break the patterns and let's grow. And you don't have to grow alone. Allow yourself to grow with somebody. Allow somebody to see your growth, your accomplishments, those hiccups. They're just marks that shows that you didn't give up and that you're still going on, you're still strong, and you got this. So whatever it is that's in your life, you got to break those patterns. See what's in your DNA. See what's in the bloodline that keeps putting you back at square one every time you feel like you're progressing. What is in the DNA? Look at your family pattern. Look at your dynamic. That's a huge awakening and such a beautiful experience to do, is look at what's in your bloodline and tell yourself that you are going to be the one that breaks it. You are going to be the one that sets yourself free, sets your generation free, sets the future generations free from those repeated cycles. And carrying the weight of life and your healing alone is a no-no. Carrying the weight of building a business on your own is not easy. Carrying the weight of building a podcast, a vlog, whatever it is not easy. And it's okay to reach out to somebody for support. So continue to have those hiccups, but learn from them. Ask for advice. Talk to somebody and be like, you know what, I'm having these hiccups and I see it in my family. I see it happening. I seen it happen with my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister. Why is it keep happening to me? And figure out how to break it. People can give you tools. Accept the help. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Let's See podcast with me, your girl, Jen Simpson. And I can't wait for next week's episode because I have more truth-telling life experiences, lessons for you guys to learn and dig deep in the roots so that you can live at your fullest, your full potential. And stop holding yourself back. Stop holding yourself hostage. Why? Why would you want to hold yourself back from that life that you could create and live for yourself? Let's do it together. We are doing it together. You guys are going to watch me and you're going to see all the hiccups that I'm having, because I've been having some hiccups, but I've been, accepting some help. That's what we need to do, is accept the help. Until next time, I'm Jen Simpson and I love you guys. Continue to pour into yourself. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and like. Bye.